you're complete. You're complete in me. What are you talking about? I'm naked, which means I need more. I need an extra. Okay, who told you need extra? Well, there was a voice that spoke to me other than your voice. It's the same concept, passed down from generation to generation. We call it titles now. My mom, my dad, my sister, my cousin, the teacher, them. Those voices. And we never ever hear the voice that says, what are you doing? Well, that lady said she's going to kill me, says one of the prophets, so I went up in the cliff and I hid. Hold on, excuse me. A lady who I created said she's going to kill you and you went to hide. Okay. That's why you're here. Okay. So apparently you're not trusting my voice, you're trusting her voice. I understand. You're not ready yet. You see, I cannot not be ready yet now. This is what people see in my life now. They don't see, oh, he's very capable. He gets the job done. It's not about that anymore. It's about who I represent now. Whatever I put my hands to, I can't change from that. Because the world will provoke you to change. Well, you're working for Michael, and Michael is acting mean. So what do? Don't work for Michael consistently. You know, give him your best, right? No, I'm never working for Michael. I'm never working for nobody but my Father. So you can't insult me enough to cause me to lose my integrity. Do you get it now? This is the consistency of whatever I put my hands to. It's not about people. It's not about, can I get something from you? Can you give me a better paycheck? It's not about none of that. Because my Father supplies all the needs. Don't get that twisted. It's not about because you work so hard, you have enough money. No, He supplies it. He gives favor for people to put you in positions to have. He has the hearts of kings in His hand. He can turn them any direction He wants, just like that. You have the favor. You have people that have things, and they like you. And they give you the opportunity to make more things. And what you do with it, you give the Father all the glory for it. He said, in all things give thanks. Don't look for an opportunity to change. But the only change that must be with opportunity, that is to reborn. You can't be reborn without evidence. The evidence has to be a consciousness of, I'm sorry, that's how I was, but I'm not that way anymore. This was Apostle Paul's evidence. When he was Saul, he was a murderer. He killed lots of people, burnt them and very crude things to them, because he felt that they were being tricksters of people, trying to get puppets. And he was angry with that coat, until he understood it was the truth. And then he died for the very cause that he was fighting. But he was very clear to say, listen, I've wronged no man. Because I'm not that man that I was, ignorant. I'm a different person now. As I'm watching my wife, and I'm watching my two girls, I'm watching them change from glory to glory. They're not the same people they were when I met them. Not knowing. Insecure. I can't sing. I can't talk. And teeth about ready to fall out. Now they're knowing how to take care of themselves. Now they're knowing how to present themselves strong and not caring about what somebody else thinks. I watched my youngest daughter, Sierra, at one point. She said, oh, Hannah's a singer. I can't sing. Now she doesn't care. I'm singing. I don't care how you feel about it. This is what I'm doing. And I joke with her a lot. I said, no, you're not singing. You're talking. So what, Dad? And she's so confident in herself that she sings with the best talking voice she has. But she sings.
She doesn't.
She's a singer and talker. No. See, I can joke with my daughters because that inspired them to sing even better. Because my daughter, when she sings, one day you'll see her, she put all the expressions in it.
I don't do that.
Okay. Her mother daughter, she just float right like a little butterfly. But I'm saying that to say, introduce the change that is like Christ. And detach from every change that is not like Him. Because you change into what you change. Did you hear that? You change into what you change into. Well, I know that's right. I'm going to teach that today. You know, been in my ear consistently, asking me this, telling me that. Now they said, do this. Okay, I'm going to do it that way. And then you got change in your life. Like I share my wife all the time. Listen, I like this right here. Let's stay right here. There's nothing to change here. I tell my girls, do you like this? Yes. Don't change anything. Actually, I want you to protect it now. You have to get your hands on and act in a way that I can't mess this up for me. I like what's happening with my dad. Did you hear that, sons of God? Because I'm from what you call that thing? What type of family is it?
We're a blended family.
A blended family. Isn't that nice? It's a good word for it. But the fact is that me and the wife at that time was not equally yoked. I had to understand what that means. So we got divorced. Because there was fighting. There was confusion. There was drama. Divorce. No problem. But we have girls together. And we have to work those girls. And now my wife today comes in, and she's a beautiful girl. We're connected. I talked about that one day, Father. Now you need to understand how to connect. Let me tell you briefly my change with my wife and how it happened. It's because I was never married to the first wife. Never. There was never a marriage. There was never an honor. There was never a reverence. But when I married my wife, what the Father told me, married the word in her. The girl, yeah, my new wife, my first wife, there was no new one. You are my wife. There was no other wife. That was a training. Because my wife knows the word of God. She can spit it out verbatim. Now, the character behind knowing that, the Father works on that. But you got to have something in there for him to work with. If you don't have the ingredients of sugar in Kool-Aid, I don't care how hard you stir it up, it's not going to get sweet. You got to have the ingredients. And that's what the Father taught me. And that's what I saw in my wife. And that's what I married. I married the Word of God in my wife. And that's what He's stirring up in her. Like making a nice batch of Kool-Aid. Threw a couple of lemons in there, to give it a balance and taste. You know, lemons is life experiences. And then stir it up some more. Stir it. It has a good tasting, beautiful drink of Kool-Aid. Have you had some before? I'm sure you have.
No.
So what I'm saying to you as I close on my Father's behalf is this. There's been too much changing. Remember I told you a man gets nothing when he carries on like the wave, tossed to and fro. A doubting man gets nothing from me. One day you're this way, next day you're that way. One day you be this person, next day you be that person. Next time you do, I want to say this. There is no mom and dad here, as I'm trying to explain to my girls. There's only one person here. That's our Heavenly Father. That's it. The way of the Heavenly Father. Because I'm teaching my girls that they're going to have to be butterflies attached to me. I'm not going to watch you as a caterpillar roll around in my house, in my domain, for the rest of your life. Like I told them, this house we have here now, this is not their house. It's me and my wife's home. They're visiting. And soon they're going to go and get their own home. I'm not going to give it to them. They're going to earn it. They can buy this one after a while because we'll sell it and get us one of those traveling, what do you call them, RVs, and just enjoy the journey of life. And they can come and visit us, they can catch us. We're not going to sit around and grow old. But the fact is, I'm teaching these girls how to be butterflies. They're not going to be up under nobody. Up under, okay, let me make you happy today. No. I want you to go and create your happiness like a butterfly. Grow with life. And I'm going to teach you what to do and how to do. And how to understand the lie from the truth. Because the lie always has many words. Chatter, 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 chatter. The truth is obvious. It's what a person does when they respect you and say, listen, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I would like to have a godly wife. That's what I want to build our marriage on. Somebody who can talk the truth and you can hear it and see it and they demonstrate it. That type of truth. So now, to close is this. You've been changing too much lately and it's embarrassing. Right when my Father thinks he can depend on you not to change, a wind comes along, and for the word's sake, it has to come along, and you change to the circumstance instead of the word. Let me give you a perfect example of what this looks like. Just recently, my wife, she came to me and says, honey, I'm not feeling well. My stomach is hurting. My head is hurting really bad. It was a head, some migraine. That's what she called it. I said, okay. And then she started walking around groaning and said, listen, honey. I said, you can't follow that. You got to follow the word and let that migraine follow you. Don't follow it. Then she said, I need to go to the store and get some medicine. And I said, hold up. Okay, listen, let me tell you this. You can do that if you want to. but you will fail the test and you will take it again one day. Because the test is this. When you believe what my Father says about you are complete, He never said you're sick. He never said you're hurting. You have to have dominion over that spirit of sickness. It's a spirit. It's a voice talking to you spiritually. Don't you feel it? Oh, I do feel it. Can't you see it? You're naked. Oh, I see it. That type of voice. And what you have to do is not acknowledge it. Or it's gonna magnify itself. It's gonna hurt. And come on, you better acknowledge me. And if you do not acknowledge it, and keep on doing as you averagely do, in spite of the discomfort, in spite of the pains of the flesh, guess what will happen? It will disappear and it will become submissive to you, not you to it. And before long, my wife was going about, she was grieved with me, but he doesn't know. And before long, it disappeared. And I showed her again what happened. You didn't change to it. It changed to you. You are a daughter of a living God. My Heavenly Father created you as He created me. I'm training you as my Father trained me. You are up under nothing on this earth. Fear, sickness is not perfect in faith. You're not perfect. Because love, perfected love, casts all that out. You love the word of the Heavenly Father over any other voice. And once you operate in that, nothing can come to you then. Pain can't bother you then. Lack cannot interfere with you. And that's what my family is singing about. Lack can't show up in your life then. Because my wife would testify how I walk through lack when it tries to show up at my door. We're going shopping. Every single time something shows up and it seems like there's a lack. Oh, really? Let me show you how I feel about that. We spend, buy things, and then we give them away. When we say, okay, we don't need this. We got too much of this. Couldn't look. What are you doing? My wife was dumbfounded. Excuse me, we need this. Okay, let's go do this. We don't sit home and wait on an opportunity to live life. We go. Like we're about to go when this message is over. We go bike riding, we go walking, we go swimming, we go do this. I chase the girls around the house, the wife chases me around the house. We do all these things. So, just to let you know, sons of God, don't change with the wrong change. Change with the right change. Change, as the Father said, I need you to have the mind of Christ now. That mind that was also in Christ Jesus, I need you to have that one. Who thought it not robbery to have dominion over all things, to be equal with a Heavenly Father. Because anything less than that is embarrassing. When a devil can bring a pain and cause you to react, I'm hurting, I'm going to throw it in my flesh. And God says, well, listen, man, what are you talking about? My grace is sufficient. I don't want to talk about your flesh. And then he went about and says, okay, whatever sin I am, that's fine with me. Okay, good. And this what happens then? It has to go. Because you're showing it right then that I know who I am now. Sickness, you have nothing over me. Oh, I can feel your pain. I'm not going to sit down and cry and, oh, I'm hurt. I'm going to get up. I'm going jogging. I don't have time for this. Entertain this. And the hurt is, are you serious? Are you out of your mind? No, I'm not in my mind. Don't you know what you feel? No, I don't know. I'm not concerned with that. I must be about my Father's business. And then what happened? The pain has to back up now. Oh my God. Everybody see what's happening here? She knows who she is. Oh my God, here comes slack. Everybody see what's happening? He knows who he is. How can he get into this type of home like that? How was he not fearful to say, I'm incapable? How can he do that? Because once you know who you are, everything has to bow to you. I see that in my girls. I see it in my wife. They're becoming stronger and stronger. Every day. Now I have to chase them around with a fork, an axe. I think I chased them over with an axe today.
Yeah,
yesterday.
No, you tried.
Was it an axe?
You were saying that you were going to chop me up. You had that little...
Yes, I think I had a little something. But I told them I was going to chop them up and it was going to be dinner. That's how we do this. They know without a shadow of a doubt they better run. And they do. Like I told my other daughter, I was going to cut her up with a spoon, and it's going to get really nasty. So, what am I saying to you? You can have joy over silliness. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to be angry. Just enjoy life when you change into the way of Christ. Do you understand? I'm sure you do. So change back. It's called repenting, if you want to put a title on top of it. Just make a change back. This is not working. I know we've been boyfriend and girlfriend for 10 years, and it's not working for me because I'm getting older and I'm losing my glow, and I'm not married. This has to change. That's change. Because that wasn't working. Sleeping with anybody, whenever you want sex or have sex, and no commitment, no, that's not going to work for me anymore. You got to change for what works. Because then when a man sees your change consistently, he says, that's what I want. That's what I've been hoping to see. That's what I've been looking for. A woman that doesn't change. Oh, I never knew that. Now you know. A woman who has the audacity to say, it's not going to happen like that. That's what my wife told me. I didn't ask her that. I didn't ask her to sleep with her. Right out the back. Well, why don't you understand this, sir, brother? So there won't be no misunderstanding and wasting of your time. There won't be any sex unless it's marriage. That's for my husband. Seriously? That's the type of woman I've been looking for. Okay, whatever. Then I had to show her. Look at the ring size. I don't have time to play with this. I said, that's the type of man I was looking for. A man who's not about playing games. And we connected on the truth. To God be glory, sons of God. But every time, we always have a visit from my family. So this time, my wife's going to come up here and she's going to share what she's heard the Father say to you in her own words concerning the change of change. Mr. Denise Blue, please come straight, boss.